guys, today I will be sharing how to make Oreo cupcakes. I have a new recipe for the chocolate cupcakes. We need 3 teaspoons of lemon juice, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of instant coffee, 100 grams of Dutch processed cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. This is 200 ml of water, 130 ml of oil, 200 ml of fresh milk, 4 eggs, 400 grams of granulated sugar, 300 grams of plain flour. I'll put in the description box the conversion for this. We also need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. To begin, we're gonna combine the coffee and the water. Give it a mix. We will set this aside. And now we're gonna combine the dry ingredients, the flour, the Dutch processed cocoa powder, the salt, baking powder, and baking soda. We're just gonna give this a quick mix. And then, using a strainer, we're gonna sift this. Set this aside as well. Now we're gonna combine the liquid ingredients, which is the oil, the milk, and the coffee mixture. So I've combined the eggs and the sugar, and then I'm just gonna whisk this until the mixture is light pale yellow. Just like this. At this point, we can add the 3 teaspoons of lemon juice. And then 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. Continue whisking. Now we can add the liquid ingredients. Pouring while whisking continuously. This chocolate cupcake recipe is so easy to make. And now the dry ingredients. And then just whisk until it is well combined. And then just to finish this off, we're just gonna use the spatula to scrape down the side of the bowl. By the way, your oven should be preheated at 170 degrees Celsius. And now I've got my cupcake pan here lined with cupcake liners. We're gonna fill each cupcake hole about 3/4 full. And then we will bake this again in a preheated oven at 170 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes, or until when you insert the skewer in the middle and the skewer comes out clean. And this is what it looks like after baking. Let it cool down completely while we move on to the icing. For the icing, we're gonna be needing 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 250 grams of cream cheese, 2 3/4 cup of icing sugar that is sifted, 14 pieces of Oreos, and half a cup of butter. To begin, we're just gonna process the Oreos. Again, this is 14 pieces. Make sure that you process the Oreos very finely. You can use a rolling pin to do that as well. So I've combined the butter and the cream cheese. Make sure that the temperature of the cream cheese and the butter is both at room temperature, so it's easier to mix. So using an electric beater, we're gonna beat this together or mix this together until they are well combined. Occasionally stop to scrape down the side of the bowl. Now we can add the 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Continue mixing. Now we can add the icing sugar. I'm doing a little at a time. So I'm gonna add the icing sugar in 3 additions. Now that we added all the icing sugar, we can add the Oreo crumbs. And then I just kind of use the spatula to mix this. Once the icing is well combined, you can choose to put this in the fridge for about at least 15 minutes, or you could use this straight away. Now I'm gonna put this in a piping bag fitted with round plain piping tip. If you don't have a round piping tip, you can just use your icing bag, snip the end of it, and it will produce the same result. I also have small Oreos that I'm gonna use. I'm just putting a mound of icing on top of my cupcake, and then placing a small Oreos on top. And this is the finished product. I really hope that you give this a try because this is so good. I can guarantee that you're not gonna be disappointed making this. The cupcake is moist and soft, and it will stay soft and fresh for a couple of days. I made about 24 cupcakes with this recipe. And then just to show you what it looks like inside of the cupcake. Like I told you, this is moist and very soft. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Bye!